What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to EP09. Alright, so we're going to start this one off with an update from the biggest amateur bodybuilder probably on the scene right now, Elliott Dermond. Elliott is currently 12 weeks out from his next competition, where he will be going after his pro card, and I expect that he will completely dominate this next show. I mean, this guy is absolutely massive. He should have had his pro card, honestly, a year ago, 2 years ago. But keep in mind, I mean, he is still a pretty young guy. He's only in his mid-20s, if I'm not mistaken. If not, even a little bit younger. Now, this is a competitor that definitely plays to his strengths. He's not coming in trying to be the prettiest bodybuilder or try to play off of any aesthetics. He's a mass monster. He is carrying so much mass on this frame, and we are seeing excellent condition considering that he's 12 weeks out here. He's definitely ramped things up, and I think that he's actually going to be at a point where we're going to see him even grow into the show, if that's even possible for him to put on more size. So look, let's just let this guy go get his pro card, get on a pro stage, and let's see how he stacks up with the best of the best, because this guy does have some serious potential to come in and do well in the pro league. Alright, next up, we've got an update here from William Bonac. Now, these pictures were actually dropped by William's coach, Boss of Outlaw, and he's currently sitting at 6 weeks out from his return to the pro stage in the Empro Classic. And this is after William took some time off. And you know what? It looks like that's exactly what William needed, which was a bit of a risk because, at William's age, I hate to say it, you guys, but the guy's in his mid-40s at this point. It is not often that you see guys that are at a certain age that come back to any amount of their former glory when it comes to their physique. But we are seeing that from William Bonac right now. When you look at things like the fact that he still really kept that roundness and fullness and a bit of that really, freshness to his physique here. The width of the back, the size of the legs, the roundness and fullness of the arms and chest. Especially when it comes to the legs, usually that's the first thing to go when guys start getting older. But you know what? Everything here is really looking on point. And this is totally unexpected. The bodybuilding world basically had William Bonac written off. But you know what? Going up against Krizo and Urs Kalecinski is going to be an excellent comparison here. And although both Krizo and Urs are going to be tough competition, when you really look at it on paper, William Bonac has way more experience than these guys, and he's placed higher on the biggest stage than both of them. He's placed as high as second at the Mr. Olympia in 2019. He's won multiple Arnold Classic International titles, and he's consistently placed within the top 5 at the Olympia. And he is clearly showing that a comeback is definitely possible. So I'm very excited to see William Bonac take the stage in 6 weeks, and we'll see exactly how he dials in. Alright, next up, we've got an update here from Michal Krizo. Like I said, we'll be seeing Krizo in 6 weeks as well. And this is the defending champion of the Empro Classic from 2023. Now, we talked about playing into strengths, and we're seeing the same thing here from Krizo. It was actually part of Krizo's plan to try and put on more size in this offseason, which, it's kind of hard to tell if he really did at this point. I think we might be seeing a bit of increased size, but again, when the guy is one of the biggest guys to take the stage to begin with, it's really hard to tell until we can really see him in a lineup and do some comparisons. But regardless of that, he is looking on point here. Now the question is, will Michal Krizo be able to successfully defend his Empro Classic title? Can he defeat Urs Kalecinski? I actually think that he can. But can he defeat William Bonac, who is looking extremely on point right now? I think that's not necessarily as easy of a call to make. In one sense, Krizo will outsize William Bonac because not only is he bigger, but he actually looks like he's more of a presence on stage because of his increased height. So for me, I think some of it may come down to conditioning, and I think that Bonac may be able to beat Krizo in the back shots. I don't know how improved Krizo is looking from the back, but William is looking absolutely fantastic from the back right now. Both of those guys don't necessarily have the prettiest midsections in bodybuilding, so it should be an even playing field there. So at the end of the day, it is going to be a very, very close comparison from what I can see right now. And it's going to be an exciting show. And even if Krizo doesn't win the Empro, I do think he'll go on to compete and make it to the Olympia stage. But listen, you guys let me know in the comments below who you think is going to end up taking home that win at the Empro Classic. I know that we're 6 weeks out, but who do you like? Krizo, Urs Kalecinski, William Bonac? You guys let me know below. Alright, last up, we've got an update here from Urs Kalecinski. Now, in this latest update from Urs, he is looking very lean, you guys. There is so much separation here from Urs Kalecinski, and this is at a time when I thought Urs was really deep into his off-season here. But the question here is, being in this kind of shape, I mean, is Urs really just prepping for a contest right now? And if he's not actually planning on getting on stage anytime soon, then is this really the kind of physique that Urs should be having if he's trying to improve? He's really lean right now, and that's one of the questions that I have. Should Urs Kalecinski be carrying around this type of conditioning when really he should be trying to improve some of his weaknesses? And one of Urs's biggest weaknesses when it comes to being on that stage and doing those comparisons really just comes down to a size standpoint, especially in the arm department. Urs definitely needs bigger arms to really bring it in Classic. That's one of the things where they say, you know, Classic is not about overall size, it's not about being the biggest guy on stage, but Classic physique definitely has an emphasis on bringing the guns. You gotta have the arms to really stand on that stage. There's no question in Classic physique. So look, maybe it's a weight cap consideration with Urs. Even though they've brought up the weight cap recently, maybe it's just not enough for him to really put on the size in order to be competitive in Classic. So the other question could be, should Urs move to the open bodybuilding division? He is a tall competitor, and if he put more size on that frame, you know, the aesthetic mass monsters are being very well compared right now in the open, and there's a lot of them out there. So with a solid year off to really put on size, I think he might be better off actually moving to the open. I know he really enjoys the Classic physique division, that's kind of his background when it comes to his posing and things like that, but at the end of the day, what is going to be better for Urs Kalecinski when it comes to his bodybuilding career? Would he have a chance of winning pro shows in the open? He absolutely would. Would he have a chance of making it in the top 5 on the Olympia stage? I think with the increased size, that is definitely a possibility. But look, you guys let me know what you think about this version of Urs Kalecinski. There's no question that it's impressive, but is this where Urs needs to be right now? Or should Urs be looking at putting on some more size and making those improvements? And do you think that Urs should go to the open division someday? You guys let me know below. Anyway, that's it for me in this video, you guys. Thank you for tuning in to EP09. Be sure to like and subscribe.